Dostlar son 5 dakika ve 5 dakikadan sonra artık final baş tutacak gördüğünüz gibi hazırda meydanda son meç partisi baş tutur ve 5 dakika sonra artık biz muhteşem finalı beraber izleyeceğiz ve elbette ki eminim ki her biriniz ülkemizi temsil eden kahramanlarımıza destek olacağız. Sona kadar, tam sona kadar hiç kim sakin şekilde oturmayacak. Hem de meydandan kenarda olanlar hamını meydana yakın davet edilen herkes beraber kahramanlarımıza destek olmalı. Bir daha kadrolardan son 5 dakika, 5 dakikadan sonra final, final başlayacak. Evet dostlar, hanımlar ve canlar, herkese bir daha hoş gördük. Hazırda bizi canlı yayın vasıtasıyla Sivil Sport ve YouTube ve diğer sosyal şebekelerden izleyenler için gelin beraber bir ses salam dostlar. Ya bu zevk oldu, bu zevk oldu. Biraz daha hazırsız ve bir daha vur sesini gelsin. Ve elbette ki artık finala başlayabiliriz ve birinci meydana yığılan komandası, milli komandası isterdim. Meydana davet edeyim. Ama elbette bir komanda olmasa bakmayalım. Yine de geliyorlar dalgıçlarla karşılayan 5 numara.
Welcome back to the FIBA 3x3 channel. I told you we're gonna be back in 30 minutes. Well, that was my bad, but I'm not a meteorologist, so I cannot control the rain. I would like to have these superpowers, but unfortunately for me, and fortunately for you, I don't have it. So, after about a 1.5 hour delay because of the rain, we are back here at the Mulberry Garden in Şuşa, Azerbaijan, for the final of the stop number 4 in the 2023 season of the Women's Series. Once again, hello everybody, my name is Cosmin Petrescu. I'm going to be your host for this final game of the tournament where Neftchi, the team that represents Azerbaijan, will face Netherlands. The only two teams undefeated so far in this tournament are face to face for the title. Neftchi had a perfect run. They started with a 20-11 win against Romania, continued with a 21-7 win against Turkey, and then they came up victorious after the overtime against Germany to end up in the semifinals, where they faced up Hungary. A very tough game, but they won 15-14, and they are now in this final. On the other hand, the Netherlands, also undefeated in the group stage of the competition. They started with a 15-9 win against Gflow.exe. They won against Hungary 20-14, and they defeated Azerbaijan without any problems 21-9. In the semifinals, it's supposed to be a very tough game, a very tight game against Germany, but that was not the case. Netherlands won that in a dominating fashion, and they are in the final after a 21-10 win against Germany, and they might look as the favorites of this game. But look at this crowd. After, like I said, 1.5 hours, maybe more, of rain delay, they are back in the stands. We have full bleachers, and Neftchi will get a lot of support from the home crowd. So fasten your seatbelts. We might experience some great game here and some great plays here on the court. Netherlands with the first possession. Zoe Slachter leaves it to Kiki Floren. She wanted to repost Slachter, but the ball goes out of bounds. Alexandra Molenhauer is the last one to touch it. The shot clock was not reset. That was not a possession for Molenhauer. So only 4 seconds on the shot clock for the Netherlands. Natalie van den Adel gives it to Floren as the time runs out. Floren misses the two-pointer. Molenhauer now. The lob pass inside. Brianna Fraser opens the first wound in this final. Van den Adel back to Slachter. Kiki Floren keeping the dribble alive. Throws it back to Slachter. This is Van den Adel looking for some space, but that will not count. Traveling violation. Too many steps for Natalie van den Adel. She had a great tournament so far. Van den Adel, the second scorer of the Dutch team, 6 points per game. A two-pointer here for Erica Carter. In and out. Van den Adel with a rebound. Almost threw that away, but Kiki Floren is able to receive it. Jo Ritzma from outside, right down the hatch. She is the top scorer for the Netherlands team. 7 points per game during this tournament as Brianna Fraser is fouled by Jo Ritzma. She argues the call, but the refs are going to send Brianna Fraser at the free throw line for one shot. Talking about top scorers for this team, for Neftchi, a club based in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, we have two players with 5.3 points per game, Alexandra Molenhauer and Brianna Fraser. The last one missed the free throw, so the score stays 2-1 in favor of the Netherlands. Jo Ritzma and Fraser were fighting for that ball. This time Fraser is called for the foul. Jo Ritzma lets it fly from outside. She was looking for her second two-pointer in this game, but this time she had no accuracy on that shot. Underneath the basket, Alexandra Molenhauer fixes it. 2-2 the score from the land of plenty. Nothing but air for Natalie van den Adel. This is Brianna Fraser, turnaround J Money. She is very confident. Brianna Fraser, as I said, 5.3 points per game during this tournament. She and Alexandra Molenhauer, the top scorers for this Azerbaijani team. Floren, Slachter, back to Floren. This is an offensive foul for a moving screen. So we're going to have another change of possession. Yep. I'm not really sure, but she was a little bit sliding through her left. Brianna Fraser scoring once again, and we have a player down. Julia Joritsma having some trouble getting back up on the court. She checks out of the game. Van den Adel back into this. She has the rock in her hands. Gets it back from Slachter, lets it fly. Comes up empty. Molenhauer. That's a kick ball, so we're gonna have a fresh shot clock. Neftchi will stay on the offense. Fraser. Ulyanova won't go. She didn't even touch the rim with that shot. Neftchi still up by 2 after this power move by Brianna Fraser. The problem for Joritsma was the cameraman underneath the basket. She collided with him, but looks like everybody's okay. Fortunately for both Joritsma and the cameraman. Florin trying to navigate throughout the defense. Puts up the shot, comes up short. Brianna Fraser to Alexandra Molenhauer. Back to Fraser, looks at the hoop. Finds Molenhauer in the paint, no good, but there is Ulyanova with the tip in. Still won't go, and the score is still 4-2 in favor of Neftchi. Kiki Florin trying to cut it to 1. She is fouled by Fraser. Florin is very fast. Pretty hard for Fraser to move as fast as that on the defensive side of the court. Kiki Florin now trying to create some opening. Ooh, what was that? Now you see it, now you don't. That was better than Houdini. Everybody, including myself, thought that's going to be a pass for Van den Adel. But Kiki Florin with some magic here on the court, cutting the lead in half. Are you kidding me? After the great pass she dished yesterday between the legs of her opponent, this time Kiki Florin comes up with another trick, going very, very deep in her bag and finding the open lane after a move that I would like to see it once again. Probably going to have the replay later on. Now Erica Carter fouled on the shot. She's going to the free throw line and she knocks it down, giving Neftchi back the 2-point lead. Joritsma, Florin. The lob pass inside, so we Slachter puts it up and she rolls it in. Molenhauer, Fraser. Fraser was looking back to Molenhauer. She got stripped. Van den Adel, Joritsma, Slachter back to Joritsma. Slachter lets it go and hits. Netherlands, it's up by 1 after the double from Zoe Slachter. That's a foul against the Netherlands. Team foul number 4. And we have reached the first TV timeout of this game. Intense game so far. Neither of these sides willing to let anything easy. That was the basket made by Brianna Fraser moments ago. Then the 2-pointer from Julia Joritsma and Alexandra Molenhauer working in the paint, as well as Brianna Fraser with a turnaround J. Fraser also with the contact observing, and what a play here for Kiki Florin. Now Erica Carter back to Ulyanova. A 2-point attempt that rims out. Carter with the offensive board. The putback still no good. Ulyanova with another chance. She draws the foul. She'll head to the charity stripe, trying to tie the game at 6. Dina Ulyanova, 4 points per game so far in this competition. The most experienced player in this Neftchi team, one of the members of the Azerbaijani national team, and she scores from the free throw line. 6-6. Kiki Florin from outside. Comes up short and the ball rolls out of bounds. Neftchi now with a chance to get in front. Molenhauer. Fraser. She was looking for Mollenhauer. The pass is denied. Frazier with a second attempt, still no good. The same thing is available for Dina Ulyanova, but she still cannot hit. But in the end, Brianna Frazier scores from the baseline. Can Netherlands answer? She was walking right on the line there, Kiki Floren. Now a contact between her and Brianna Frazier. The foul should be against the Netherlands, and that's the last foul to give for the Dutch team. They are over the limit from now on. A very difficult situation for the Netherlands, and I'm pretty curious to find out if Neftchi will capitalize on this advantage. Carter, Ulyanova, Mollenhauer with the screen. Ulyanova looks for her. She gets the pass off the floor. Now the ball goes back to Erica Carter, puts up a prayer. Too long and too late. But that was not even close to get into the rim. Van den Adel gets the ball back from Joritsma. Van den Adel to Kiki Floren. Floren looks for Van den Adel down low, and she is fouled by Ulyanova. But Neftchi is still pretty far away from getting in a penalty. That was team foul number 3 against Neftchi. 5 minutes and 24 seconds left until the end of this one. Zoe Slachter to Van den Adel, back to Slachter. Tough shot from underneath the basket, missed it. Now Mollenhauer finds Carter. Carter now with a dribble alive. Stops, pops. One drop. Van den Adel gets it to Slachter. Joritsma back to Slachter. She is denied by Frazier. Erica Carter. From outside, Mollenhauer puts it in. And Neftchi is up by 3 after the double from Alexandra Mollenhauer. Van den Adel for Joritsma. The answer will not come here. Erica Carter grabs the ball. Another possession for Neftchi. The crossover. She is slicing and dicing. And Neftchi is up by as many as 4. This is the biggest lead so far with 4 minutes and 24 seconds left until the end of the final. Once again, the block from Brianna Frazier. And after that, the two-pointer from Alexandra Mollenhauer. Joritsma trying to use the screen set by Slachter. Floren from outside, no good. Erica Carter with a rebound. The ball goes in the post. This is Brianna Frazier posting and toasting. But looks like the basket will not count because the ball was not cleared out. So it will stay 10-6 in favor of Neftchi. 1 point erased from the board for Brianna Frazier. Back to Netherlands. This is Kiki Floren to Van den Adel. Van den Adel keeping the dribble alive, finding Zoe Slachter underneath the basket. She misses another shot. Maybe too much pressure for Zoe Slachter. Usually she makes those shots, and this is not the first time when she comes up empty from that position. Second TV timeout of this game, 3 minutes and 51 seconds left. This is a two-possession ball game as Neftchi is leading 10-6. Once again, the baseline shot from Brianna Frazier and a two-pointer by Alexandra Mollenhauer. Once again, Mollenhauer from way outside. This is a rainbow, and she finds the bottom of the net. The ball intercepted for a moment. Erica Carter able to keep it. But that's an offensive foul for a moving screen against Dina Ulyanova. Mollenhauer showing unlimited range during this final. And Neftchi now has the double the amount of points that Netherlands has on the board. Van den Adel to Slachter. This time she will not miss. 12-7 to score. 3:23 to go. Mollenhauer finds Carter. Carter here on the left hand goes straight to the rim, and once again she will get it. Slicing and dicing for the second time in this game. Another shot from Van den Adel. Comes up empty. And Joritsma was trying to put the ball into the paint with only one move to Zoe Slachter. They were not on the same page, so that's a turnover. Neftchi gets it back from the top of the arc. Brianna Fraser. Fraser on the move. The bump, the shot, the miss. Looks for the tip in, and she will get it. Another bad pass for the Netherlands. That was too soft. Erica Carter saying, give me that. And now Brianna Fraser going straight to the rim, but she was denied by Joritsma. Came down with the ball in her hands, and that's a block for Joritsma, a traveling violation. The basket will not count. And we have a timeout with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left until the end of this game. So Neftchi very close of winning the tournament in front of the home crowd. This is the second tournament hosted by Azerbaijan after the one in Astara that was held in May 20th and 21st. The first tournament this season was in China, in Wuhan. China won that, as well as the second one in Astara. The last tournament in Clermont-Ferrand was also won by the host. That was France. Now a two-pointer blocked for Kiki Florin. That was Dina Ulyanova with a great defense. And talking about defense, Alexandra Molenhauer not letting Van den Adel to get closer to the basket. The ball rolls out of bounds. It will stay with Netherlands, but only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Van den Adel puts up the shot. Brianna Fraser with the board. Fraser clears it out. Finds Molenhauer. Through the screen, threads the needle, and Dina Ulyanova has no problem of getting another point on the board. Neftchi is dominating the game. Kiki Florin wants the double, won't go. Ulyanova. Florin keeps it for the Netherlands. Slachter had a two-pointer. She gets the second one. She is almost automatic from beyond the arc. She's not shooting often, but when she does, usually that ball goes straight down the hatch. This is Ulyanova looking for the contact. Smart enough to create it against Van den Adel, who took the bite and jumped. So Dina Ulyanova will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's because Netherlands is already over the limit, as I said before. The number 1 player in Azerbaijan, Dina Ulyanova, scores the first free throw. The officials are pretty happy of what they're seeing. 1 minute and 51 seconds left. A possible 8-point advantage. No, it stays a 7-point advantage. And Dina Ulyanova entered the painted area a little bit too fast. That's why the game is stopped. The ball is awarded to Netherlands. Zoe Slachter to Kiki Florin. Cannot come down with a double. Alexandra Molenhauer navigating throughout the defense. Was looking for the contact. Lost the ball. Netherlands gets it back. Slachter. From outside, the shot by Van den Adel keeps Netherlands into this game. They still have a pulse, 16-11. Carter to Fraser. Can she answer? Yes, she does. Brianna Fraser, a cold-blooded shot that gives Neftchi back the 7-point lead. Ulyanova to Fraser, back to Ulyanova. This time they were not on the same page and the ball goes out of bounds. That's a turnover for Neftchi. 70 seconds left until this final ends. Neftchi so close of winning it, but this is 3x3 basketball. This is not over. Stranger things had happened. Van den Adel looking for some opening. Van den Adel this time drives, but Brianna Fraser affects that shot. It won't drop. A foul here against Ulyanova. So she will go to the free throw line. Kiki Florin not happy with the call. Very quiet crowd here as Dina Ulyanova makes the first shot. The second one would put Neftchi within one of winning the tournament. She knocks it down. 22-11. This is almost over. Netherlands needs a miracle. Julia Joritsma finds the first point, but they need 8 more. Ulyanova for the tournament. It rims out. The Netherlands still has a chance. Van den Adel in the paint. She had Joritsma wide open underneath the basket. She tried to finish that by herself. I think fatigue is becoming a factor here, and also the altitude. This city is pretty high in the mountains, so the blood oxygen might be affected from time to time. You need to catch a breather. This is Van den Adel again, trying to find something. Back to Joritsma, lets it fly from outside. The rebound goes to Erica Carter. Carter now on the move, gets it inside, denied by Joritsma, who's saying to Alexandra Mollenhauer, you might win this tournament, but this is not gonna be the winning basket. Not until I'm not watching the basketball and the rim anymore. Frazier now, back to Carter. Carter on the move, Carter puts it up, won't go. Joritsma rebounds it, Kiki Florin from outside, that's an air ball. And for the first time, Neftchi, representing Azerbaijan, has won a tournament in the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series, defeating in front of a frenetic home crowd, Netherlands by the score of 20-12. They made it look easy. They had the support of the fans, but they played an amazing 3x3 basketball, winning this by a margin of 8 points. This wasn't even close, except for the first minutes of the game. So Dina Ulyanova, Brianna Frazier, Erica Carter, and Alexandra Mollenhauer is bringing the tournament home to Azerbaijan. The officials are pretty happy. The first ever tournament held here in Şuşa, a city that is in the Nagorno-Karabakh region at around 1,800 meters. That's about 5,900 feet in the Karabakh Mountains. Was the host for this 4th tournament. Coming up next, only 3 days from now, the tournament in China. Baodingxi will be the host. The Azerbaijani team very happy with their performance, and they have all the reason to be like that. And after the Chinese tournament in Baodingxi, the caravan will come back to Europe June 23rd, 24th. Orléans, France will be the host for that. So undefeated in the tournament, Neftchi, one of the 2 commercial teams that participated here in this tournament along with G-Flow Exe, won. And they will receive the check. I hope we'll be able to stay here for the award ceremony. They're getting ready as fast as possible to do that. Just like I said, we had a little bit of delay, almost a 2-hour delay because of the rain, but in the end, all good. This is the tournament, so $5,000 will go to Neftchi. They were the better team today. And just like I said, they made it look easy. The toughest game for Neftchi was the one during the group stage of the tournament when they defeated Germany after the overtime, 16-14. Some of the best plays so far in this final, with Zoe Slachter scoring from outside, as well as Natalie Van den Adel. On the other hand, Brianna Frazier hitting from beyond the arc, and Dina Ulyanova with her free throws gave Neftchi a pretty comfortable lead as they are celebrating right now the winning of this tournament. This was the second tournament that Neftchi participated at. At the first one in Astara, they were not able to qualify for the knockout stage of the competition, but now they are the champions. The people are getting ready to leave the stands. They saw what they needed to see, and they're pretty happy about it. But right now they need to go back home or go somewhere to have some fun, go back to school, I don't know. Just like I said, we're going to have the award ceremony, and then we're going to wrap it up here on our FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel. Until that, I remind you that you can follow us on all social media. You find us everywhere. Just look for FIBA 3x3 and you'll be updated with all the events in this great sport. Also, don't forget to follow the Instagram account FIBA 3x3W that is dedicated exclusively to women basketball. So 2 days of competition, some very good games, some not so good ones, but this is the drill every single time with these tournaments. Until the Ulaanbaatar final, we're gonna look and look for the better teams, and we're gonna find out who are the favorites this year in this 2023 season of Women's Series. After the first one in 2019 was won by France, the second one in 2021 won by Germany, and last year Canada won the final tournament that was held in Constanța, Romania. You probably know that during 2020 the competitions were stalled because of the COVID-19 pandemic, so no Women's Series tournaments were allowed back then. This was, in my opinion, the play of the day. Kiki Floren escaping from the defense, but that was not enough for the Netherlands to win that. We also have the final stats of this tournament. The top scorer will be Julia Joritsma from the Netherlands, 6 points per game, followed by Marie Reicher from Germany with 5.6 points per game, and Zoe Slachter from the Netherlands with 5.5 points per game. The best scorer for the winning team, Neftchi, is Brianna Fraser, 5.3 points per game. Neftchi, like I said, a very well-balanced team that everybody contributes. Everybody can pass, everybody can rebound, everybody can score, and that's one of the main reasons they won this tournament that easily. Like I said, except for that game against Germany in the group stage that went to the overtime, Neftchi did not really have any problems. Okay, maybe during the semifinal against Hungary, they won that by a margin of 1 point. The most valuable player of the tournament is Erica Carter. She might not have been the top scorer of this team, but she was the engine. She was the one to be the facilitator many times for her opponent. She was fighting for the rebound. Actually, she was the lowest scorer in this team with 3.4 points per game. But like I said, the impact was huge, so probably this is the reason why Erica Carter is getting the most valuable check. And now the champions of FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Şuşa Stop in 2023. Neftchi, the team representing Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan. Alexandra Mollenhauer, Dina Ulyanova, Brianna Fraser, and Erica Carter already named the MVP. They are pretty happy to be the winners and get the $5,000 check. And with that, being very happy that I had the opportunity to be your host for this game and informing you that for the next one, for the one in China, Jordan Liggins will be there with you, and I'm going to be back during the Orleans tournament in June 23rd, 24th. Once again, I remind you, my name is Cosmin Petrescu. It was a pleasure, an honor. I hope you had a good time here on our FIBA 3x3 channel. Until the next one, I'm saying so long.
Çok xahiş ederim, hiç kim tərpənməsin. Bayraqları verin də buraya zəhmət olsa. Verin buraya. Getirin, götürün bayrağı. Bayrağı götürün, kadro düşsün. Komandamızı bir daha gür alkışlayalım dostlar.